We're going to play a little bit of the original Borderlands today, one of my favorite games, and one of the few games where, as you can see, I actually did bother to go through and get all of the achievements, even the really annoying claptrap ones. So here we are in T-Bone Junction. Today we're going to do a General Knoxx run-through. This is something I used to do with my nephews quite a bit. We had a lot of fun with this game. And the cool thing about going through General Knoxx is Fortress, what is it? Outpost, Facility, Command Center, is that there's a ton of loot crates there that you can open up and generate interesting weapons. So for this game, at least, we're going to be battling the random number generator, trying to get increasingly rare loot. Something we used to do quite a bit, because it's just fun. Opening those boxes, it's like Christmas, and you hope to see some gold weapons there. And often you get quite a few. In this particular game, I think I did 2 run-throughs today, and came up with 11 gold guns on the first run-through, and 13 gold guns on the second run-through. I have as a phase shifter, or whatever we call Lilith, there's a bit of gear that I can equip that allows me to find rare items for the team. Or allows the team to find rare items, I should say. Ooh, let's see if I fall off the bridge. So no, I did not fall off the bridge. I also seem to have picked the slowest vehicle for traversing the map. So not only am I making you suffer the indignity of watching me drive slowly across the map, I'm doing it in like the worst vehicle and crashing into things and stopping frequently. Anyway, we were talking about the random number generator and Lilith's ability to find rare items. That was something, it was almost mythic when I was playing the original game. You'd go in, clear something out, and then you'd have to put on that piece of equipment to make sure that anytime you open the box, even if it only helped your percentage a little bit, that you equip that to make sure that you got the best items possible. So I did figure out how to make the video go a little faster, so hopefully this will be less painful. One of the things I noticed in Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 2.5 is that they don't seem to drop rare loot as often as the original Borderlands. Just means it's not as much fun for me, actually. In this particular game, I think I came up with 2 pearlescents, and you get golds pretty frequently. As I said, in this particular walkthrough, I came up with 11 golds at Knoxx's Armory, and in a subsequent walkthrough with the Find Rare Items, came up with 13. Playing Borderlands 2 and 2.5, you don't get that experience. It seems to be a lot grindier. It's still fun, but you have to play a lot longer to get the thrill of finding that super rare item. One of the problems I have, too, of the game is that the items didn't get better. When you find that super rare item, it's just as likely to be junk as anything else. So that's one of the things about finding gold items in the original Borderlands. Most of them you're not really interested in. Hooray, I got a pistol, a machine pistol that can hold 10 extra bullets. Well, that's not as cool. I did have a submachine gun that had 4 times fire damage, carried like 60 rounds, had a 12 bullets per second fire rate that would just cause people to immolate when you shot them. Well, that was a pretty cool gun. But most of the time, you get a gold gun because it has a greater chance of fire damage, or a greater chance of electrical or shock damage, or acid damage. And it's not that it's really a superior weapon, it's just a little bit rarer. Well, in the subsequent games, they didn't fix that. You can pick up a super rare weapon after playing for hours and hours and hours, and still discover it's pretty much junk. Here, let's see if we get a loot crate midget. Those are always fun. Oh, I guess we have to take out the chemical trooper first. Oh, so no loot crate midget. I guess that must have been on my third playthrough. So, playing this game with my nephews, we have a lot of fun going through the armory to find rare guns and farming Crummermacks. So, we're going to do a little bit of that later this week. We're also going to do a Mad Moxie's Underdome run through, so those are always fun. You can essentially take these weapons over there and try them out and see which ones you like, which ones work best on which characters. You don't get a lot of XP for Mad Moxie's Underdome, but you can also use a weapon for a little bit without having to worry too much about leveling beyond its ability to be cool. Which happens. You get a gun, and all of a sudden you're too high a character and it doesn't do you any good. So hey, just as a favor to you, I'm going to compress this particular video so that it goes much faster than it did in-game, because in-game, this is an unavoidable video sequence. You hear him complaining about his life, how he just wants to die. If you get 4 or 5 guys online, that's 20 or 30 minutes of your life that you have to watch Knoxx complain about his life, because it's unavoidable. You can't just press X to have him go away. So here we are, finally taking on Knoxx. We made it all the way across the map. You didn't think I could talk that long about nothing, but I could. So let's talk about Knoxx a little bit. The general is actually surrounded by a bunch of medics. If you wait too long, the medics will start bringing his health back. So you can see I run right up to him and shoot him in the face as much as possible. And these Devastators jump in the way, try to prevent you from taking him out too quickly. In my third playthrough, I think 3 different medics got up behind Knoxx and kept him quite healthy. So you got to start taking out these guys if Knoxx's health comes back. Now, there's no real good reason for me to kill all these guys. We could do the vault run through now, the door's open. But it's just kind of fun testing guns out, so let's do that. On my first walkthrough, I'd forgotten which wall to walk up to for the glitch to fall into Knoxx's vault. So there's about 15 minutes in that video of me wandering around into corners trying to figure out how to fall through the floor. Not great viewing, so I guess I was okay that the video encoder died on me, so I had to do it again. I did not take statistics for my first playthrough because the video recorder filled up my hard drive, and although I did keep all the gold weapons, I did not. I lost count at some point. So second playthrough found 11, third playthrough found 13. So that's one of the reasons I'm not as into Borderlands 2 and 2.5 as I was the original game. Still good games. I actually did complete the season pass for Borderlands 2. Just made it through the story mode in Borderlands 2.5. Kind of got sick of having to buy additional content from the original game, so didn't do that as much. I always have to check out Knoxx's gold too for some reason. I think I just traded a blue gun for a purple gun, but whatever. That's the fun of the game, trying out 50 different versions of a gun. Here we go, the door is opening, and you don't want to go into that room and trip the timer countdown. You want to just fall through the floor and start picking up chests. Now, I didn't think that anyone would want to watch me open up 100 chests, so this is also time compressed so that we can just see sort of the layout generally and how many gold guns I got. It was kind of fun going through everything and looking at stuff, and some of my favorite guns are either the pistols that do acidic damage or the SMGs that do fire damage. Huge fan of those. Not so much the rocket launchers. I always think that you can do higher damage per shell with a smaller gun than you can with a rocket launcher for some reason. But that's just me. For God's sakes, you've seen me run into corners and not progress, so it's probably not good listening to my advice. One last comment about Borderlands 2, I think it was. Yeah, no, it's 2. They actually did patch out one of my favorite exploits there, the Thick Evil Smasher, which was so much fun. We were actually able to use that to solo some high-level guys without requiring 4 guys in the match. So, needless to say, that had to stop because, I don't know, couldn't tell you. It's not fair to people who don't know about the Thick Evil Smasher, I guess. So, here's me collecting guns for character. I don't play anymore. But it's still fun. It's like Christmas. Alright, thanks for watching.